Welcome to Workstyle Stories, because life changes and every life is different. This week, we're talking about anxiety, we're talking about security, and also the need for freedom. And this week, I'm joined by Judit. Hello, Judit. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Stories. Judit, for the benefit of everyone, please could you just give us a quick overview of who you are, where you come from, what you do?
Sure. So I'm originally from Barcelona and I'm living in Berlin, and I'm a communications strategist.
So you're living in Berlin,
Uh-huh.
but you're from Barcelona. So talk to me about why you moved. So why are you in Berlin? What's your reason?
I actually just felt like living here. It wasn't like a really real reason. I
Okay,
live alone here. It was just a feeling.
great. And you obviously made a conscious choice to do that. And did that conscious choice come, alongside a change of work, or was it purely personal reasons that took you there? How did that come about?
It was a little bit of everything because I had like a year and a half. I went through some anxiety problems, and I saw
Okay.
that something not fitting. So I made a
Yeah.
change of everything.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about those anxiety problems. How did they manifest, and what was kind of causing them to come about?
It just came like such in a sudden. It started with some really bad headaches every morning when I was waking up.
Oh, really?
Then slowly it started also with crying. I was going to the office and I was just bursting into tears and very sad all the time. I wasn't able to go with my friends as normal for a drink, and yeah,
Right.
it was just like, okay, there's something wrong here because I went to the doctor to get tested, like, okay, is there something bad, like
Mm.
lot situation, like do I have some lack of vitamins or something? But no, everything was good. I mean, physically I was totally perfect. So then it was when I started
Okay.
thinking like, okay, I went to the psychiatrist, and they diagnosed me with anxiety problems,
Okay.
and yeah, I decided then to start going to therapy for getting better.
That's fascinating, and I can relate to the sort of the physical manifestations of a mental health problem. I think for everyone who's uh, going through something psychologically, there is usually a physical manifestation, almost like your body's way of telling you that things aren't right. And it sounds like you listened to that. So, in terms of what you talked about then, so you had some discussions and some therapies. What did you deduce what was causing that? Like, did you get to the root of the problem, or how did you? What did you go with that?
Yeah, I realized that first of all I needed to pause. So I took
Okay.
a pause
Yeah.
on my work, and I started focusing on listening to myself, what my body was asking, and yeah, I started going to therapy in a weekly basis,
Okay.
and yeah, I realized that there was something in my life that wasn't fitting. I was feeling very uncomfortable, and slowly I saw that okay, I wasn't okay anymore with
Mm.
living in the societal conventions and the kind of life that you are supposed to be living.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that that wasn't a good fit for me.
Yeah. So conforming to those expectations, those norms, was almost limiting your ability to gain happiness from what you're doing how you're
Uh,
spending your time. That's, that's really interesting. I
yeah,
mean, we exist on this spectrum, as I understand it, of this need for security on the one hand, and yet this desire for freedom and for autonomy on the other. So it sounds like you're conforming to the system, if you like, was not giving you what you need in terms of your passion for adventure or your desire to explore.
Yes.
Is that fair? I mean, I don't want to put words into your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. It's I realized that the structure of the corporate world and the life that I was living back then, it was too rigid, and
Yeah, okay.
I needed more flexibility in that sense. I was yes, as you were saying, this stability for me, it wasn't about having staff or having a permanent contract or having my house where I was always living there, and that stability. For me, stability was being true to myself, which was
Yeah.
being true to my idea of freedom and flexibility. And that was about embracing uncertainty and being more flexible. So yeah, I
I
just
love
decided
that.
to break with everything.
So what did you do then? So what do you do now? How do you have you answered that problem?
So now I'm a freelancer. I don't live. I don't think that my home is just Barcelona. I feel that my home is everywhere that I'm going, and I can go wherever I feel like. I work on my own terms. I don't stick to the structure of 9 to 5, or if I feel like, I do it, or otherwise I don't do it. It's just like having this freedom and this flexibility of having all the options in front of me and being able to go into that. That's stability to me.
That's fascinating. So good on you for taking the leap, the necessary leap to change in the face of what was obviously a very difficult time. How are you now? Like, if you don't mind me asking, are you free of those anxiety episodes? How does it feel?
Anxiety is always now with me, and actually I really like it because it became kind of a very good friend because
Yeah,
it
okay.
always triggers when something is not wrong. So it's always telling me, it's my kind of personal alarm. And I still, I'm going to therapy. I keep on this follow up of my therapy, but I'm much way better now. Everything clicks and everything makes sense in my life.
Fantastic. Thank you, Judith, for taking the time to share your story. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I feel like we could talk for ages, but we have run out of time. Thank you again very much. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in to hear these stories. Hopefully they're useful. We'll see you next time. Judith, give us a word goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. See you.